9 dog door here.
Rudder or ailerons. It is just.
Nope, it's just pitch. All the rolls can converge like that.
It is painful.
Gentlemen,
Howdy. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am well as well. I've had a pretty good day so far.
Nice.
Yeah, just I'm gonna be up for a while though. I'm gonna help out Phantom with weapons employment tonight on the F-16.
Nice.
And I've been up since 2 a.m. I'm dying over here.
Same. I woke up at the sparrow's fart, as they say.
I haven't heard that one before.
I give and I give. I do my best. My grandmother coined that phrase back in the day. Where's my stick so loose?
That's what she said. Wait, what?
Is that what she said? Load preset. What the? How's the HOTAS treating you? HOTAS. Leafy.
Feel good. When we flew the other night, like Friday, that was, or Saturday for you since you're a time company. It was great. I mean, it's a night and day difference. Like in the quality of equipment that helps you actually fly them, know how things should fly.
Nice. That's awesome. You'll be in a pit before long.
I don't have to do that. I need a house first. I need a new house before I get it.
You always like park a actual F-18 in the front lawn. You know.
Practical option.
Yeah,
I think that's
I'm an ideas man.
like what my house is on.
I'll turn you up a little. Where are we? Volume.
I know my headset's going out. I need a new one.
There we
I
go.
had this one for like 5 or 6 years, and it's finally starting to go out. But yeah, no, the lot that my house sits on is smaller than an F-15. Little Florida coastal cottages, not a lot of land.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's
Did you
a
buy the boat?
style.
Oh, I see.
No, it's not a boat yet. I mean, the wife is really hammering me about that though.
You throw money into cold hard cash straight into the ocean.
Yeah. We'd honestly probably use it every weekend if we got one.
Yeah.
And boats the longer a boat sits, the worse it gets off. If you use it all the time, it's less maintenance. But
Yeah.
when it starts sitting, that's when it starts breaking down. And we're fortunate enough to be able to use it year round here.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't consider it.
Yeah. Closest I get to that is kayaks and canoes. Self-propulsion.
Yeah, I mean, if we live somewhere like with like smaller rivers and things like that, that makes sense. But where we're at, right here on the Gulf, we have just a lot of big open water there.
Yeah. I want to read something about great whites being more prevalent there these days.
There's a couple. It's not really. I mean, I guess having 2 or 3 over never really seeing them ever is more prevalent, and by that definition. But yeah, I mean, typically great whites like cold water. The water's way too warm for great whites here, but there's been a few spotted. But then again, the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of America now. I mean, it's 11,000 feet deep in the center, so it's not like we really explored it.
Yeah, gotcha.
So we know everything that shows up on the coast, like within like 100 miles of shore, because of all the oil rigs and things. But after that, really don't know.
The only thing I know about Miami is Dexter and reference to God's waiting room. Because everyone goes there to retire, so
Yeah.
it's a bit like
Yeah, I mean, Florida is not like there's no part of Florida that's very Florida. Like if you're like up here in Northwest Florida where I'm at, we call it Lower Alabama because we're just Southern Alabama. It's also known as the Redneck Riviera. So it's really just all the hillbillies and rednecks that have more money than the other ones that come down here. And then,
we refer to them as cashed up bogans, cubs.
yeah. And then you go east to like Tallahassee, and then that central part of Florida right there on the Big Bend. And that's probably like true Florida because it's all swamps and like weird toothless meth heads hiding in the woods.
Yeah.
And then you have Jacksonville, which is its own little world over there. Jacksonville is very bizarre. And then you have the west coast of Florida, which is all hipsters, because that's where like Naples and St. Petersburg and Tampa is. It's all very hipster.
Yeah, right,
and you have
right,
the central
yeah.
Florida, which is all tourists because it's Disney World.
Yep.
And then the east coast of Florida, which is like the Space Coast, where Cape Canaveral and everything is. And then you get down to Miami and it's
Guys have got a bit of everything.
yeah, Florida's very diverse. But Miami also it kind of started more taken over, really developed and built by New York mafia families. People don't realize that because they would smuggle in all their drugs and stuff like that into Miami, which is why there's a big drug smuggling thing, because the mafia used to do it. But also all the mafiosos would own houses in Miami to go down for like the winter and stuff like that.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
So some
I
of the
know
best
that-
New York people you can ever eat at is actually in Miami.
Huh. Oh my god. It's like Melbourne, you can get amazing Greek food because we have the biggest Greek population outside of Athens. You know,
Really?
little known fact, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That takes that adds one more thing for me to move to Australia.
There you go. Yeah, that stuff's... Well, there's massive kind of immigration after the war. Big Italian population, particularly in Carlton, which is just one suburb away from where we are. You know, and they... Funny, at our local pool, it's got this thing written in Italian from the 50s that says "Aqua non profunda," which means deep water, you know. But the fact that it's written in Italian kind of speaks to the fact that, you know, all the Italian boys in the 50s would go there, get their gear off, and then drown. Because they'd never swum before, so, you know, I kind of dig that
That's
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, Australia is so far out of the way for any of those people. I guess they were trying to get as far away from post-war Europe as possible, I guess.
Yeah, and there was, you know, an active kind of, you know, well, you know, they refer to it as the Keep Australia White policy, so it was kind of very 1950s Australia. They actively recruited from Europe. Not that I endorse that, but yeah, in any event, it sort of impacted the, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. That's interesting history.
Consequently, Melbourne coffee is as good as it gets. And the big Italian.
Yeah. I think every once in a while I'll try to drink my wife's Swedish coffee, but it's basically gunpowder.
Yeah,
You know?
it's not one of their strengths, I gotta say. Yeah.
Yeah, her stuff is raw.
Yeah, let's see. On.
But yeah, there's like there's this coffee and tea shop around the corner from her mom's house and my parents' house, and it's like 450 years old, and they've been basically using like the same recipes for that long for tea and coffee.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, they had this Earl Grey that is unbelievable that I always get sent over. So I've got a couple bags of Earl Grey.
That's very cool.
Yeah. I remember when we first started, we were dating, and she was like, "Dude," and I was like, "Yeah, I drink tea," and, you know, so it's like we're in England, right? So she's like, "I have this Earl Grey. You want some of that?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh my god, it's so good." She was telling me about the coffee shop, and she's like, "Yeah, it's like 400 something years old." Well, that's older than my whole country. What do you?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's striking, isn't it? You know, the walls are. You know, you go to Scotland and the walls are like 800 years old in some of those
Right.
buildings, and like, yeah, here it's like the country's barely. I don't know, what are we? 180 or something. So.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I talk about finding like super old houses here in Florida. It's like, this one's like 110 years old. She's like, that's like new construction in Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah, my place was built in 1880, but it's, you know, in contrast,
Right.
it's a baby.
Because we were talking about, because what was it? We were talking about the church that she went to growing up with her grandparents, and then where her grandparents are buried. The church was built in 1100. The graveyard there is started with business in 1100.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, like, we have the benefit of indigenous cultures leading back to the dawn of time and all that. So, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's the whole genocide thing, but let's talk about that. But,
Yeah. Yeah, that's. Is it still very like separation of culture there between the Aboriginals and the rest of Australia? Or do they still tend to hang out in like their little? Is it sort of because here in the States, right? Like we have like the Indian reservations,
yeah,
and like like the hardcore like purist Native Americans will tend to stick to that, and they won't really venture outside of it. And it's these weird like little homogenous pockets.
yeah.
And it's kind of thing about it. I just didn't know. Like, do the Aboriginals are they like that as well?
A little bit. Like, we don't really have reserves in the same way, and like land rights were pretty fraught in terms of like colonization. Effectively, this is all ours now. So like
Right.
it didn't go well for them. But like there are like mobs. Like there's a Fitzroy mob. They're fairly small. But yeah, I mean, to some extent there are but they're more, if you go to the top end, there's like, Aboriginal communities, but they do it pretty tough. Yeah, so there's parallels, I think.
That's like because a year ago or so when New Zealand made the news with the Maori tribes doing the challenge and doing the haka right there in the middle of Parliament because they were.
Oh yeah, what's her name? Yeah.
Fighting Parliament because they were trying to change their rights up and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, New Zealand's kind of interesting in terms of Indigenous people because, the Maoris were and remain kind of warring tribes, not to be messed with. Like, there's the reason they make excellent gridiron players. They're built like brick shit houses, like. Yeah. So it's like I think they fared better in terms of like baseline rights, but it's like it's great that like their culture kind of infuses Parliament still. The haka kicks ass.
Yeah, that's. Seeing that, I was like watching All Blacks play just to watch.
Just for that, yeah. What do I need to do? I need to tune the radio, don't I? What's the radio on the boat? Hanker's Shell with a headache.
Are you still there?
264 megahertz. I'm still here. No.
Okay. Ooh, looks like we're not going to do 232. Yeah, I forgot Free was one of the 232 guys with us, but because that would just be funny. I think he's leaning towards the 312, the checkerboards. That's a cool tale.
Cool. It's at half. I had my mic coming through. I was listening back and I was quite distorted yesterday.
Sounds good here. Sounds like you're sitting next to me.
I am. Gently rest my hand on your knee. Or firmly, whatever your heart desires.
Yeah. So, did you watch the race yesterday?
Yeah.
That Oscar Piastri overtaker on the outside.
Dude, that was amazing. And after it dried up, the race was boring as fuck, which sucks because I love that track. But
Yeah, because it's
the
fun.
beginning was badass.
That's the Aussie driver, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
He's in the lead for the World Championship right now.
Yeah. I haven't really watched it. I've been a couple of times to the Melbourne Grand Prix like that's pretty cool. But like in fact, when I worked for an insurance company, we used to get like pit walks and shit.
Yeah.
Cool, because they were like a major sponsor. But,
Yeah, it would be
it's
pretty cool to do that.
Yeah.
When I was a maintenance manager at the car dealership here, I joined the team like a year and a half too late for it because Step One was one of the major sponsors for, and actually a title sponsor in like F2 and F3 for Alfa Romeo, and they were like my direct boss. Like just a year and a half before I joined the team was. He got to go hang out in the pits with the Alfa Romeo team when it was Charles Leclerc and Kimi Räikkönen.
That's good. Yeah. Why is my stick so loose in the Moser all of a sudden?
You have like no feedback at all. Is it the grip loose or is it the feedback
There's very little feedback, and the grip is very, very loose.
loose? My grip comes loose all the time because I grip so eventually I have to keep
Let me turn you up a little bit. I can put my autopilot on.
I have to retighten a couple of these.
Okay. That's That's so weird. There's literally no pressure at all on the stick. Wonder if they changed something with the update.
See, here's the other confusing thing. I don't know when I talk to other Moza users who's updated on what. Because like I'll update and then I'll fly with Jimmy and Vader for like a week. And then like one of them will be like, oh, there's a new update. And then mine won't. So I don't know that everyone's always updating at the same time to know when we're on the same software version.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But this is the thing I've been bitching about is like there will be times where I will have no like telemetry. Like the stick is just loose, limp.
That's what I was experiencing.
I restart the stick, I restart the software, and sometimes I have to restart the computer to fix it.
Yeah, I'm going to restart the software now. So frustrating. So, but it was fine yesterday. When I say updated, I mean DCS updated. I don't think Moses updated.
Oh yeah, I haven't done the new DCS update. I need to look into the patch notes on that anyways and see what's in it.
It was like 4 different things. I can't remember what they were. Oh, one of them had. Yeah, you might as well just look. Not even gonna try. Ah, son of a bitch. Y'all ever hit the quit button and instead of hitting normal quit, you accidentally hit quit the desktop?
Yes.
That's fun.
If I do that with Discord all the time, I think I'm closing a window and I shut Discord.
Oh yeah.
Telemetry, FFB, integrated FFB, reset. I don't want to go the Spitfire. Maybe it's because I had I might have had the Spitfire profile loaded rather than the F-18, and that might explain why it was loose. Oh, feels loose. Have you tried the landing on the boat since you got the stick, Fifi?
I need to, because I need to get back in and start doing some more time on the Hornet, because
Excuse me.
I don't want to show up to the new Hornet squad and it'd be trash.
Yes.
I mean, I'm already trash, but like more trash. I'm normal, yeah.
That feels better. Restart software. Fixed it. Hopefully. Is everybody flying? Or are we just hanging?
No, I'm just hanging. I was
Other
helping.
stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to go get the kiddo up from her nap and then start looking at dinner.
Dinner. I just had breakfast.
Right, because you're in the future.
That's right. I had future breakfast. Comes with laser beams. The quantum singularity is here. My DeLorean is parked out the front.
Oh man, I was so excited because I actually found Back to the Future 3 on Disney Plus. We watched that the other day.
I'm trying to get my partner to watch Back to the Future. I subjected her to 1. But yeah. Is 3 the one in the West?
Yes.
Hey, friend.
Yeah.
That's the last one.
Huge Back to the Future fan here.
Same.
My favorite thing is how they use the same gag in all the movies, though. Like, you know, like one of his relatives always ends up in a pile of manure.
Yeah.
It's always,
There's so many subtle, great things in in all of them. But like in the first one, did you notice the sign at the mall?
what was it, Lone Tree and Twin Trees?
Yeah, he initially shows up the Twin Pines Mall. And then when he goes back in time in the parking lot, the car crashes through one of 2 pine trees and then into the barn. And then when he goes back to the future and shows back up, it's the Lone Pine Mall.
Yep.
And the sign has changed.
Oh yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah.
The movie is considered in the industry to be like the gold standard for storyboard on how to compose shots. So much so that there are film schools today that teach classes on the storyboarding and shot setups on Back to the Future.
Wow.
Like if you're in film school, there will be a class where you break down Back to the Future because it is considered like the perfect storyboarded movie.
I mean, it's fantastic. Yeah, so it makes sense.
It does. Oh, it does. Alright, so TCN on, ILS on, BRC. U6, 8, enter. .264 for radio. Channel 2, I think it is. I'll just waffle on with inane chatter.
And I might have to watch Happy Gilmore this week too.
That's a classic.
Well, Happy Gilmore 2 is out, right? And apparently Eminem played like the heckler guy's son, from what I understand.
I've heard it's an amazing movie.
I heard it was absolutely fantastic. Because I think they did like a bunch of like callbacks to like modern golf things that have happened, but I try not to like let it get ruined. I need to watch the F1 movie as well. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna wait till it comes out, and then I'll watch it. We just swapped over, like, because we had Hulu for the longest time. I was paying like $95 a month for Hulu Plus, so we can watch all the F1 races on the ESPN Plus. But it was the worst broadcasting quality ever because it would like freeze for like 20 seconds every 2 minutes. And so we finally I probably killed that, and then went back to like regular Hulu for like $15 a month, and then got F1 TV. It's like $130 for the year, and they stream like 4K, and they have an app and everything like that. So
Nice.
probably be a little bit better. The only thing is, I wouldn't be able to catch like the Sky Sports like Nico Rosberg grid walk, where he goes and grills Jos Verstappen on his grid walk. I don't know if you got to see that, Scud, but it's still.
I don't do. So I'm writing this up in hooligan style, and I need you to look at it. But I'm throwing in like just keep on my mind. It may be a little bit too. Maybe a little bit too. Funny or maybe a little bit too. Unless you're on social media. Much. More like. I'm writing the prices. The winner will receive a module or terrain from both Eagle Dynamics and High Evo Hooligans. And then I wrote, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That's 2 prizes for a single winner. But I don't know if people will get the reference.
I don't know if I did that reference. I'm not like hip with the kids right now.
Oh, you don't have to be hip with the kids. It has nothing to do with young kids. It's just like massively funny.
I think it'll be just fine. I think for anybody who's up and up on the social media side, it'll catch. Oh, do we check our subscriber count today, Scud? I haven't checked it. Look at the analytics. I don't know. I'm just not going about it.
So here's what I wrote, and then I'll send you the file so you can see the way it's written. Because I don't know if it's kind of more written out like bullet, even though they said like an article. This is also what's on the website when you sign up. Actually, I'm going to update it right now because this is even more better than what I originally
2,555 subscribers.
Oh yeah, we're kicking ass.
Nice, that's amazing.
I just want to see if there's any freaking Indian porn sites for the.
I am streaming, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. It's the word to the wise.
Yep. Good news. There are no. It's not coming from any sort of weird, unbeknownst to sites for the 27,000 views that we got on the other on that other video.
Let's see this.
A lot of Facebook and Twitter.
Well, that's because Eagle Dynamics is posting on their socials now.
Right, yeah.
So,
There is one that's interesting that I'm going to go to that website because I just don't recognize the website and I'm probably going to regret it.
Is it 300 in the stack or 250 knots?
It's best. You're
yeah,
talking about on the back of the carrier. It's best endurance, right?
well, now it's best endurance, but that speed varies. So
Right.
because we're not actually hanging out in the stack for a long time, it's been kind of I don't know, universally accepted that that just doing 250 because it keeps everyone at the same speed. Like a lot of yeah.
Good rule of thumb.
It's not, that's not technically correct, but it is a little bit easier to manage if everyone's just going 250.
Yeah.
All right, here's what I got, Fifi, and this is what it says on the sign up as well.
Yep.
It says, strap in, check your 6, and fire up the afterburners. It's time for the High Alpha Hooligans Dogfight Tournament. This is not your grandpa's air show. We're talking full throttle aerial chaos where only the boldest virtual pilots survive and the sky is your battleground. No AMRAAM spam here, just raw skill, nerves of steel, and some serious G-forces. Guns only, one life, no mercy. Only one pilot will emerge as king of the merge. Will emerge as king of the merge, but all will earn their wings in the most adrenaline-soaked showdown at DCS. Win. It all goes down on Sunday, 23 August 2025. A date that will echo with the sounds of triumph and defeat. What to expect: 1v1 bracket-style dogfight, aircraft pushing their flight envelopes and their pilot's sanity. Legendary merges, insane scissors, and maybe a few flaming lawn darts. Spectator mode, thrills, and live commentary that'll have you on the edge of your ejection seat. The tournament will be live on the High Alpha Hooligans YouTube channel. How to participate: if you fancy a shot at the crown, then park your throttles and max and head over to Challenge and register for one of the 32 spots available. You can find the registration at link. All participants must check in with High Alpha Hooligans on their Discord at link. This will facilitate updates and coordination. Failure to check in will result in removal from the bracket. I don't think that needs to be here. That can be on the registration.
Yeah.
But I'll take that part out. Prizes. The winner will receive a module or terrain from both Eagle Dynamics and High Alpha Hooligans. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That's 2 prizes for a single winner. In addition, the runner-up will receive a module or terrain. How to watch. Lurkers and voyeurs can head over to the High Alpha Hooligans YouTube channel or head over to the Discord for updates. Whether you're flying, watching, or trash talking in the ready room, the High Alpha Hooligans tournament is where legends are made and egos get vaporized.
I like it.
That's what I've got. Now, this time.
Oh, damn it. What's the command to talk to get to the radio once you're in the air? It's not the slash, it's something else. It's not COM1, yeah?
Well, it is, depends on if there are simple radio or not simple radios on there. So what I mean by that is in some servers, one push of the / key will bring up the radios and it will talk on. It doesn't matter which radio it is. In a lot of servers, you have a / key that is for COM 1 and one for COM 2. So like if you're trying to talk to the tanker on COM 1, but you keep hitting the COM 2 / key to talk, then your AI comms are going out of the wrong radio. So depending on the server, you might have to have 2 radio keys bound.
Yeah, like for me, they pop up as like right control on that / or left control, or right control or right alt and /.
Yeah, it's the right alt / I've just
Yeah.
bound it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think Jimmy locks out the basic.
Easy comms, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so previous menu, ATC, boat, inbound.
Marshall 169. Parking maps 101.
Oh, Scott, did you see the hotfix patch today?
I haven't read it yet.
So apparently one of the big fixes on it was the fact that when you aren't in comms with the boat, sorry dog, you just reminded me about it, that's why. When you weren't in comms with the boat, it caused a crash to desktop when you landed.
They fixed that?
They fixed that.
So Dog
Yeah.
crashed because he wasn't in comms. Interesting.
169.
Dog.
Yeah, I saw that. Was someone put a comment? One of the crew put a comment in below the snip you dropped to say the very same thing, that he was on comms and he wasn't crashing. But they've dropped an update today, so
Good. Little adjustments here. Big prizes.
to see you at 10, you tell them that when you're at 10 miles, presumably, or just before.
You tell them that when you're at 10 miles, and that call comes with the assumption that you are at the appropriate stack altitude.
Yep.
You are level flight at the altitude you're going to be in the stack, not climbing or descending through.
I see. So you should be configured at 10 miles, facing the boat, 350 knots, 2,000 feet, if you're the first.
Well, I would caution using the word configured. You should be on altitude and airspeed. The speed doesn't matter. Speed, nobody gives. The only time speed matters is when you're coming up initially. You could fly back to the boat at 200 knots if you wanted to. If it looks like you're going to enter the stack in a conflict with somebody, like let's say you're entering the stack at 3,000 feet, but I'm also at 3,000, right? and so you need to like slow down or speed up so that you can enter the opposite side of the wheel for me. You can set whatever speed you want. It doesn't matter. As long as you're
See you at
at
10.
best endurance or 250 in the stack and 350 up initial, the speed doesn't matter. All that matters at 10 miles is that you are already level at altitude.
169. State 6.6.
Because the idea is outside of that 10 miles, people can climb and descend and probably not hit each other. But once you're inside that 10 miles, you don't want people climbing and descending through each other's altitudes. Because it's starting to get busy and it's a lot more traffic in a smaller area.
Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
if you're already at altitude, you're just deconflicted to make it safer. I'd
Yep.
caution using the word. This is just pilot talk, so it's honest critique as you delve deeper into DCS and flying.
Cool.
I wouldn't use the word configure when you're talking pilot talk. I wouldn't say you need to be configured when you get there, because to anybody who flies an airplane,
Overhead
when you say the
Angels
word
2.
configured,
State
that means
6.5.
gear down, flaps down for landing. And And so if
I
you say
gotcha.
you configured it to miles, then
Yeah, I'm not on vinyl. Yeah.
that word means things. So I would just say, you, at 10 miles, you make the call, and you are established on altitude.
Gotcha.
Real men come up initial.
What was that?
Real men come up initial for me.
I think that's silent, but his mic is muffled, so I can't.
No.
use it.
Real men come up
Your
initial.
mic is muffled.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna give me one. I'm gonna go give me one tomorrow. Real men come up initial at 400 knots.
We really didn't need to encourage him to say that 6 times.
Well, Fifi says that real men break the rules because Fifi knows flying jets from watching movies. That was one of the things. Like, I love Top Gun. I always will, but it's one of those things from Top Gun that like when I started flying pointy nose jets and becoming a professional pilot, then you go back and watch it, and you're like, oh my god, this dude would have been fucking fired so long ago. Like he would have been grounded and had his wings taken away and put up in front of a board or a captain's mast, like from the beginning of the movie when he does a flyby without approval. Like that, like how it should have ended should do one where he does a flyby and then it shows him turning in his wings and then it shows him greeting people at Walmart and then it's like the movie's over.
Right, yeah. The view of Iceman wasn't the bad guy.
Oh yeah, Iceman, like yeah. Again, as a professional pilot, you go back and watch it, and you're like, Iceman was right, and fuck Maverick. Jesus, this dude has no idea how to like be a professional aviator.
Cuts to him pushing his shopping trolley full of all of his earthly possessions.
Actually, it should be Maverick doing the flyby, and then him getting his wings taken away and kicked out of the Navy with a dishonorable discharge, and then it cuts to him as like a Walmart greeter, and somebody walks on their way out of the store with a shopping cart, and they stop in front of him, and they like lock eyes, and he looks in the shopping cart, and he's like, is that a shopping cart full of rubber dog shit? And then it ends. Yeah, it's
we could make that with AI, I swear.
Iceman, like watching it again, I'm like, yeah, Iceman's absolutely right.
How's your Tom Cruise impression? Is it up there with Bernie? Sure, I reckon you could nail that smile.
I don't have a center tooth, so I can't nail it.
Yeah, it's the creepy laugh. It's a laugh.
Oh yeah, it's like serial killer kind of territory. He's a pretty amazing unit, really, for his age and his output.
Oh my god, yeah, his physicality is. That's because he eats the souls of everybody who joins the Church of Scientology.
Yeah, that's true.
Eats on the younger mortals.
Throw this thing I just made up into for 9line, and for you, please go look at it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I have to download it? I just can't open it.
Yeah,
That's fine.
everything's fine.
It's got so many viruses on the internet.
Yep.
That'll work. Yeah, it's good. The king of the merge. That's really good. That's catchy.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good.
I'll tell you what I might do. I might reach out to one person and give them a heads up on registration because I want control. I want somebody I know to sign up first and see how that manifests.
Silent?
Is he gonna fly? Is he available?
No, I don't know. Just it'd be fun to get them in there just to go spank everybody. Have our plan.
That's good. I did what I needed to do, which was make that and then lower the prices of my tickets for the Oasis concert in London in a few days since we can't make it. I'm trying to resell them. There's a shit ton of money on those tickets.
Well, my brother might be up for that. He's in London.
Well, they want to go to the concert on 2 August at Wembley.
What are you asking?
Right now,
I'm
I'm selling them for
convincing.
£750 a ticket, which turns out to be probably closer to £800 or £900 after fees for the buyer. But it's a massive loss for me.
Yeah. I said maybe. It's probably a bit rich for me.
It's not Oasis, is it? Is it Oasis that's the one that sings that song?
That's probably Blur. I always get the two mixed up.
Oh, that's Oasis.
Is that Oasis?
Yes.
Oasis saying Wonderwall?
Yes.
Huh.
Champagne Supernova and Don't Look Back in Anger and what's
Holy
his name?
shit.
Morning
You can have
Glory,
tickets
Really?
for.
Slide Away and
Yeah.
Supersonic.
I don't remember that's that. I didn't realize that's all Oasis.
They're like recognizably famous in the U.S. Their fame in the UK is like the kind of shit you write like Greek mythological epics about. No, I'm not joking. Like
No.
they're one of the biggest selling artists in the UK in history, and they've sold out 5 nights at Wembley at
Wow.
90,000 seats a night. There was somebody when they were just in Manchester, and there was somebody like blocks away from the venue in their backyard listening to the crowd out seeing the artists on stage from like blocks away. They're probably going to earn like $500 million off this tour.
Yeah.
Man, I'm crazy wide on this turn.
I think I was talking with my wife about, because we were at the store one day, and I forgot what it was. She pointed at something random. She goes, "You know, Sweden invented that." I'm like, okay, at this point, like, what haven't Swedes done? And so, we started playing a game, and I just googled like most random common things that we use in our everyday life that Swedes invented, and I immediately regretted it.
169.
Like,
Waterfall.
all
5.4.
the modern technologies that have been contributed through Swedish innovation is It's frustrating. It's just Sarah just looks at me and smiles, and I'm like, this is unbelievable.
We bought tickets to go to see Oasis in Wembley, and then in Chicago at the end of August, and then in LA at the beginning of September. And we are not able to go to Wembley, and we probably won't be able to go to Chicago. Kicking it out.
No, that's rough.
What are you doing patterns, dog?
Well, I'm attempting to land, but I'm crazy low. Damn it.
Yep, kiddo's finally awake.
That's
All
our
right,
ball.
I'll catch you guys.
Bye, buddy. See ya.
See ya.
Pull up your Twitch stream there. Snoop. Snoop Doggy Dog Door.
It's me.
Yeah, now whenever you say Snoop, I think Snoopy.
Snoopaloo.
Yeah, I
your
wish
green
Snoop
hat.
would hop on more often.
Dog Door.
I don't know why he didn't like make the transfer over with us whenever we left.
Oh, Snoopy?
Yeah.
He shows up over here every once in a while, but he's still running his own thing. But he does show up and fly.
I just wish he'd come over a little bit more frequently.
And then there's a few others over on his server that have popped over here every so often. I really wish Snowcat would join us every once in a while.
Yeah.
I have this sneaking suspicion he's just really unhappy with me and Fifi.
Yeah, we don't know what all the...
Dog, you're
we
way low.
suspect there's drama, but we don't know anything.
500. That should be 600.
You should be 6, but for a minute there you were 480. So that doesn't seem like a big error, but that's gonna make the final turn inconsistent. So if you're having trouble being too high or too low on final, then it's probably because your consistency on downwind is wrong. And so if you set the same pitch and power you do every turn, sometimes you're going to be 100 feet high and sometimes you're going to be 100 feet low.
That's interesting.
It's called root cause analysis. If somebody's have trouble landing, then I look at their final. If they're having trouble on final, then I look at the final turn. If the final turn isn't the right altitude, then they're probably not on the downwind at the right altitude. It's always like 3 steps earlier. Whatever you're struggling with, there's something happening 3 or 4 steps ahead.
Oh, I'm happy with that alignment.
You're going to touch down left of center. Maybe not. You got a good alignment there. Just
Why
slightly
one?
left. But you are drugging and low.
Yeah.
So safe, but just it was sinking down and the ball was going red right at touchdown.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I would work on like. Here's what I would do if it were me. I would hit the downwind where you. That's why you got a 1-wire there. But anyway, I would hit the downwind where you start your final turn, and if you're not trimmed up on speed at pretty close to 600, you don't have to shack 600 feet, but I would say if you're not within like 600 feet plus or minus 50, and then as you get better, try to make it like plus or minus 30 feet. So only like 570 to 630. If you're not ready to turn final at that altitude on speed and trimmed up, then just go back around. Don't even try to land. Don't even do your final turn. Just go back around and get back on downwind again. And like force yourself to go. I'm not gonna try to land until I get the downwind shack.
So locked in at 600.
Yeah, like I said, initially I'd say 600 plus or minus 50. Or just understand, like if you are low, if you're at 500, just understand that final turn is going to have to be more shallow. I mean, you can always make it work. You just need to be cognizant of, like, oh shit, I'm 650 feet, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more. I'm going to have to descend a little bit more, where I'm 500 feet, so it's going to be a more shallow final turn.
Gotcha.
And then always too, like I said the other day when we were talking, don't get sucked into the instrumentation. It's still a visual pattern. Like, you can always still just look at the carrier and imagine your line and turn down to the carrier. And if you look out and it feels wrong, it might be wrong.
Okay, that's helpful. I think I often kind of lose focus on. I've been pretty loose on the downwind altitude, but yeah, as you say, the recipe for failure.
Yeah, it's
Just
yeah,
got 300.
wouldn't even say it's like necessarily a recipe for failure, because it wasn't failure. You still landed. It's just, you know, that root cause analysis is a real thing where, you know,
Yeah, it's enormously helpful because it puts you in front of it. So
Like,
yeah.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
If you're having trouble landing, let's look at your final. Oh, you're not on glide path. You're high low. You're struggling on glide path. Okay. Well, why? Well, where are you at in the final turn? Oh, you're high or low in the final turn. It's always it's usually not as simple as going, well, I suck at landing. Well, here's how you land. It's like, I'm sucking at landing. Okay, well, let's back it up like 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The point where things start to just, you know, watch it change colors to orange.
Yeah, I like doing this part from this position. You really have to give her a bit of juice to push her onto the catapult.
You know the holdbacks are color coded for aircraft weight?
Is that right?
Yeah, it changed color from yellow to orange when you hooked it up, but they have different colors, and those colors are pre-tension for a specific amount of force. So each color breaks tension at a different force, and then they do the math and figure out like how much force is required based on the aircraft weight. So they'll based on how much you weigh. Like if you're really, really heavy, you probably need a lot more force on the catapult before it lets you go. And if you're lightweight, it can break a little sooner because you don't need as much force to throw you as fast. And it's literally just inside the orange cylinder is just a mechanism that at a specific amount of tension, it just lets go. Just
very cool.
Snaps.
I'm gonna nose up here.
What do you mean nose up? You have a lot of...
Oh, I didn't set trim. I just lazy.
Oh, that's why you're gonna almost hit the water. Holy shit. Always set trim. Lazy. Set trim, you can fix that.
How quick do you go off the end of the boat if you're leading a group?
What do you mean?
So, like we did yesterday with Jimmy, when you take off, what speed do you set to? On like for everyone to form on you. So okay, alright, 250 to 300.
No, 300. 300 knots, 500 feet is case 1 standard. And the point, this is a big deal for all the people that are starting MilSim squadrons with us now. That's why you have standards. Standards are written so that you can go, unless I tell you otherwise, you know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah.
If the standard is 300 knots at 500 feet, unless I say, hey, we're doing this non-standard and I'm going to be going 350 or 400, or we're going to do an unrestricted climb, you know, in the absence of me telling you what I'm doing, you know exactly what I'm doing.
Roger. Roger.
300 knots, 500 feet, out to 7 miles. And that's actually, like I say that's standard, but that's actually, it's procedure. Case 1 procedure, rather, is...
That's helpful. Yeah, I've just been kind of hoofing it off the end of the boat, and when I climb up, take that left-hand turn, I've been slowing it, but it's good to know that you should aim for 300.
Yeah, it's in just casual flying, it's not a big deal, but with the milsim flying or like in real life flying, it's a huge deal.
Yeah. I think I'll sign up for the Hornets, actually.
I think you're at a point now where you're ready to do that. But yeah, in the milsim stuff, it's a huge deal to like whoever's running the squadrons needs to establish a document for standards, and you need to enforce it. Like when people aren't flying the standards, and that's where people get butthurt about milsim squadrons. You're not flying it by the way we're telling you to. Well, it's just a video game. Well, yeah, but you're simulating milsim.
Yeah.
So
What
like,
part of milsim don't you understand? Yeah.
Yeah, so that means you adhere to the standards unless there's a reason not to, and you do see that when it matures, when you have a whole bunch of airplanes flying together and they're all on the same page because they all study the same standards.
Yeah.
Shit comes together really clean. And it feels professional and real, and it also eliminates the video game aspect where like you'll be flying and then all of a sudden you'll be flying and all of a sudden somebody in the server with you is randomly on your wing 3 feet away, or you'll be flying in the middle of a takeoff and somebody does a low speed pass over the runway the other direction, and it's just like all the childish stuff that can be fun sometimes is it eliminates that, and it makes it feel much more like a
real deal.
professional flying.
Yeah.
Cheap viewers on stream, dude, dog.
I know, right? I'm excited. I'm headed straight there, and it's 900 past the boat. 350 knots, 900. I'm going too quick and I'm too low.
800 feet.
Why do I keep forgetting that?
Knots.
Alright.
And the speed and altitude only, the sooner you get there, the better. But it only matters as you pass the boat. So, be it 350 knots at 800 feet passing the boat. But the sooner you can establish altitude and airspeed, the easier it is for your wingman to hang on, as you saw yesterday.
Yeah, I gotcha.
If I were jockeying the throttle a bunch and climbing descending, you don't have to count. It's 1 mile past the carrier, so just look at your tech end.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 1 mile.
1 mile for lead, and then it's timed after that. So at 1. Did your speed break out?
It shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, always. Slow down as fast as possible, remember? The sooner you get slowed down, the more time you have to trim up. Dude, I roll and I throw the board out. I just noticed it seemed like you were slowing down slowly. Quicker you get on speed, the more time you have to be trimmed up and settle on altitude. The longer it takes you to do that, the less time you have.
Yeah.
So you're
too low. 510.
Well, no, you're low and descending because your flight path vector is still in the dirt. So you need to trim that nose up as you slow down. Keep that flight path vector on the horizon because you're now 500 Yeah. So just more shallow turn if you're at 500. That's very common. Like as the plane is slowing down, you need to be adding a ton of nose up trim. And if you're low on downwind, then I back it up and go, "Are you trimming?" I'll say though, all that being said, this looks much better. Let's see where that ILS needle puts you. Looks like you're low.
I'm not getting the ball,
Stay
which is
level.
interesting.
Nope, it's because you're too low. Don't let the nose drop. You're low. You're low, and you're descending even more. Bring that nose up. The ball will come up from the bottom, but it's not showing it because you're way low. You can see that on your yellow lines on your ADI. Like that yellow
I forget
line
to
is
look at
way
them. Yeah, yeah.
sky. And now, yeah, you just got, you were low, and then you were dropping like a rock. Your flight path vector was below the ship.
Okay. Yeah, and that's because I started at like 550 and I was fighting it, which is why I presumably go up and down on that AO, the angle of attack on the final.
Okay, so let's work on staying at 600.
That's easier because I'm already configured. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's
So-
why slow down early. That's why you're gonna have to tighten that turn up quite a bit though, like, or you'll be wide. So 600 feet, trimmed on speed, on altitude. That'll help. Low. So just add a little power, get that flight path vector just a little above the horizon, not a ton. Don't overpower it, just little power changes. That's looking really good. When you roll into your turn, you see the rudder and the wingtip on your little flight path vector?
Yep.
Put those just under the horizon. So they're above the horizon, so bring the power slowly back until they're just under. You want the wingtip and the rudder a little more lower, a little lower. Don't even use the pitch. Just use power. Bring the power back just a little bit more. You want, just under the horizon like that. And then halfway around the turn, you should be about 450 feet, roughly. Not exactly.
Get high.
So you're fine. No, maybe not. Maybe not. It depends on your down. Now look at your needles. You're right on. Look at your ball.
Yep.
Your ADI. You're right on. You're getting a little high because the ball's dropping, or the needles are dropping. And if you can keep those needles in your cross check, look at where you're at now. You're rolling out much closer to being on glide path. So being on altitude and then assessing halfway through the final turn with your ILS is going to be a huge.
Yeah, that's much better.
Just bringing some of those extra tools in the cross check makes it way more better.
Way more better, brother.
Look at that. Ball all the way to the touchdown. Probably a 3 or 4 wire. Is that a 3?
4.
4. So when you come up initial, throw the speed brake out so that you can be slower sooner, so that you have more time to trim up and get on altitude. Otherwise, you're just fighting the plane all over the final turn. When you're slowing down, if you see that flight path vector down under the horizon, trim nose up. That'll keep you at 600 feet. And then, when you're that pitch, putting the rudder and the wingtip kind of just below the horizon.
Oh, that's enormously helpful. Yeah, that like configured me like those little,
Just think of it as gates. Like when you start your final turn, you need to be at a gate of pretty close to 600 feet. And who was that just flew over you across the pattern?
Have a look.
That's exactly what Milsim will get rid of. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. Is that stuff?
Kiddo.
So think of it as gates. Like my gate before I start the final turn is to be on speed and on altitude. And then there's a gate. My next gate is halfway around the final turn. When I'm halfway around the final turn, I want to be around 450 to 500 feet. And then the next gate is about 2/3 of the way through the turn. I look at my yellow needles and just keep pacing it as...
Yeah, right. Thank you for the follow,
One
Kid
little
Snore. I
cut
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's amazing what a difference it makes, that kind of finite advice you give, like those little pointers. It just starts to bring it all home. I'm going to turn on my...
Eagle is
text
exactly what I was talking about. In the milsim, you won't be on the carrier doing Hornet shit and have an Eagle fly through your pattern at fucking 700 knots.
Yeah.
The childish games go away.
Why won't my chat turn on? What the hell is going on? Dreamerbot seems to have had a shit fit. What is going on? Come on, oh, there we
Dude,
go.
I was telling my wife, I was telling Mrs. Muffins about last night and how you reappeared in front of me. And
Yeah.
I told her, I said that the carrier just shit the bed. And she's like, you learned that phrase from Dog. And I was like, what are you talking about? I have said shit the bed for a long time.
That's true.
She's like, I thought it was an Aussie thing. I'm like, no, it's an everyone thing. Shit the bed's an everyone thing.
I mean, I'm happy to take credit for that. Like, you know.
Thank you for the follow, Lithuanian
You're
underscore.
doing like
It's another
Stream
follow.
Elements said, "Thank you
You're
for
doing
following Lithuanian
really,
Rock."
like,
Thank
from
you,
where
Lithuanian
from where we
bro.
started when we got you the Hornet
To now.
to where you're at now, like where we're just fine tuning slight minor errors on a case 1 procedure, it's badass.
Alright. It feels good. I mean, the Moser makes a world of difference too.
Remember to set trim too.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Trim hook and flaps. Trim hook and flaps.
Menu.
Because you land full flap and you want to take off
CS.
at half flap.
My stab is 7. Let's set that up at about.
And it's probably not
14?
biting you because it's probably
I'm
not
low,
biting
yeah.
you. I'd say 15. It's probably not biting you because you're taking off full flap, but the launch should be half flap. If you had a 7 trim and half,
No, I've been on
flap,
half. I have been on half.
Are they half down? Have
Yeah.
you been landing at half?
No, I set it to auto once to take off.
Oh, okay. All right,
I thought that was correct.
yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, half flap.
Where did ADI go? Come back. Look up. That looks good. That's at 300. Yeah, I don't really use the yellow lines yet. I don't know to look at them because I'm so like busy looking out the window, you know, like.
Well, if you start thinking of them as gates, though, right?
Yeah.
600 feet at the base turn, and then halfway around at like 450 to 500, and then right after you go, like you're like, because like they say 450 feet halfway around, and you were like 500, so you're like, I'm a little low. Well, right about the time you said I'm a little low, it's like, wait a second, and then the needles popped up. So like,
Yeah.
just leapfrog it one step at a time.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
trying to land on the carrier. I'm just trying to be up 450 to 500 feet halfway. And then as
Gotcha.
soon as you hit that, the next gate is yellow lines on the ADI, and then the next gate is rollout on final. Just leapfrog it one gate to the next.
Have you seen this live, Ren?
I don't know. Do you like that light?
I like that it's a real one. An Aussie dot painting.
Okay, never mind. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
At first, I was looking at it, I was like, that's cartoony, but
Yeah.
the moment you said Aussie, and I was like, oh, I see it now.
Where's my salute button? It's one of these. Is it that one? Not that one. Is it that one?
169.
It's not that one.
2.4.
Is it that one? That one. That one. That one. Damn it, I'll just do it manually. Ground crew. Salute. What the hell? Oh, that nosed up like a motherfucker. The 300. Slow her up off the boat immediately.
Well, the immediate thing you do when you put the gear and flaps up is a check turn.
I thought you could go straight out if you're on one.
Negative. Cats 1 and 2 always check to the right, and cats 3 and 4 always check to the left. So it's like roll, turn about 10 degrees of nose travel, and then turn back. That's immediately off the carrier deck. Now it doesn't matter now.
It's too late. Yeah.
The idea is to get away. Like what if, because they could launch you on cats 1 and 2 and launch somebody else on other catapults at the same time, and so that's just initial
smack into each
deconfliction.
other. Yeah.
Which everyone, again, that's part of the standards and procedure that will make the MILSIM awesome. And then you'll see it. You'll see somebody do it. It was, I think, Glue. I was on Cat 3, and Glue thought on the front cats, like the right goes right and the left goes left. They both go to the right. The 2 right cats go right, the 2 left cats go left. But he had misread it. So I was launching at the same time as him, and he did a check turn in front of me. And man, I think we were probably like 20, 30 feet from colliding.
Yeah, wow. That's not optimal.
I think all the standards and stuff make it work.
Fuel low. Hello. Oh, very low. Alright, we're going in early, boys. We're going to commence. I actually wonder whether I should go straight in off this pass. Or probably not. I'll just commence.
What do you mean straight in?
Well, whether I should start to drop down to 600 feet and try and put it on the boat now.
I wouldn't. If you were going to do that, I just would have left the gear and flaps down and climbed to 600 and turn on down.
Yeah, right.
Now that you're already out here, just practice the normal procedure and reinforce the habit patterns.
Yeah. Well, I can commence once I hit 2,000, presumably.
Yeah. Well, and if you use comms, like if you use the AI comms and talk to them, they'll tell you signals Charlie, but you don't have to.
Marshall 169. Marking Mops 21145. Angels 2.5. State 1.6.
Too quick, too high.
169er, Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at above 10,000.
169. See you at 10.
069 commencing.
Report see me at 10.
Tower 169. Overhead Angels 2. State 1.6.
169er. Tower, Roger. BRC 268. St. Louis, Charlie.
I find it's better to slightly elongate my downwind when I'm configuring, because I'm often coming up on the boat too quick and I don't get my 800 and 350 right. Does that make sense?
But as long as you're there at passing the ship.
Yeah.
But I mean, as you fly it, you'll start to get a feel for how much to descend and how much throttle. The auto throttle's crucial. As soon as you hit 350, click that button so that you don't have to
Okay.
break the throttle.
Wow.
Like you're already at 365 now.
370 and climbing. Yeah. No, I've not bothered with the throttle. I need to bind that
dude,
actually. I'm kind of searching for the T key every time I do this.
Oh, dude, that's absolutely a HOTAS button.
A little bit wide of the boat, but she'll do. 2 Captain Doug. 3 Captain Doug. 4 Captain Doug. 5 Captain Doug. I see that feels much better. Putting the air brake out helps.
Did you brake at 1 mile? I heard you counting.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even look. I just did the count. I'm so used to doing that. So
Yeah, the count is for subsequent movement, but it should be 1 mile off the bow.
okay.
Okay. As the plane
high.
slows down, trim the nose up so you don't descend. You need to go. You do need to descend about 100 feet, but don't let it drop into the ocean like that. Keep that nose trim up, trim up, trim up. Add power, because the whole plane is descending.
Yeah, I'm running a slight lag on your. Remember the
Okay.
Twitch. So
Now think of it as gates. 600 feet at the final turn, halfway around 450-ish to 500. Right after that, look for yellow needles and hit those gates. You're a little low at the final turn, so it doesn't have to be super descent. You see how your nose, and I'm watching in a lag, but your nose drops on that final turn. So just work
Yeah.
on that tip of the rudder and tip of the aileron just below the horizon. Looking for halfway around, a little over 500 feet. Needles come up right about past the halfway point. You also have the needles on the HUD as well.
that feels a lot better in
Do you
terms of
see
where
your
I'm
flight,
placed.
your flight path vector? You see the horizontal bar on your HUD?
Yep.
If you put the airplane on that bar, it's going to drive you right down on ball. Like that.
Oof,
that
that's
is
sloppy.
your ILS needle in the HUD. Like if you put the airplane in the center of that cross, it will take you exactly to the landing zone. So this one you're way high, but your flight path vector is way above that line in your HUD.
Yeah.
So as soon as those needles pop up, dude, put your airplane right on that horizontal needle, and it will drive you on the perfect glide path all the way around.
Right on horizontal needle. Okay.
On the HUD, yeah.
Yeah.
The yellow needles on your ADI are also green needles. You have a vertical and horizontal needle on your HUD as well. And if you put the little airplane on that horizontal line, you'll stay on glide path the whole way around.
Gotcha. It's feeling a bit more controlled than my usual shenanigans. I'm going to put her down and probably wrap it after this. That's 560. you have any? Oh, lost it.
One 6-9. Portable 0.8.
Come on, stabilize, stabilize. Oh, I see what you mean by the line. So I just chase that line, put the bird on the line.
Right there, the horizontal line popped up. Yeah, so you just lower your nose and put that bird on that horizontal line. Don't worry about the vertical one yet because you're still turning. But if you put that on the horizontal line, watch what happens to your ball. You just keep it right on that line the whole way in. Yeah, the line's going up. It's because you're low. You kind of sunk past it. So you'll have to anticipate its movement, but the airplane is still below the ball. Those wings need to be on that line or above it to get back on glide path. When I say like on the line, I mean like wings on the line.
Okay, great to see. Curious what that looks like on paddle, actually.
Yeah, just all these things are just little tools. Just, little things over time that will, I don't know, help.
That definitely helps. Cool. Well, if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for joining. If you followed on Twitch, thank you for following. Scud, thanks for the tutorial as always.
Hell yeah.
And green. This action, this action.
It's all about the 56 Operations Group. OG.
Chaos renamed the group. The 56 Operations Group established via Feihoitwute 2 strike squadrons loop. The via Feihoitwute 2 flies FA-18C Hornets. In 56 Operations modern aircraft assets. F-16 Vipers, Warthogs, A-64D popular platforms, hero jets we see. F-18 Hornets screaming through the skies. The roaring in battle, our trusted allies. Pew pew pew, it's the 56 OG. In the skies we fly and strike so free. Jets of DCS, we're a machine. 56 Operations Group, living the dream. Chaos founded Warbox 3 years ago. Now we're a virtual group, watch us grow. From Caucasus to Syria, Persian Gulf deploy. Trading and missions for all to enjoy. Operations Group, living the dream. Hardcore 56 Operations Group, no game. We established via V120, just strike squadron's name. DCS warriors, we fly with pride in virtual skies. Our might amplified. 18 Hornets screaming through the skies, heralding in battle, our trusted allies. 15 Vipers with lightning in their veins. DCS legends soaring through terrain. Scud and glue, real deal aviators, professional instructor, pilots, creators. Skies are our playground, mission ready we stand. Strike hard, strike fast, conquer every command. Pew 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 pew, it's the 56 OG. In the skies we fly and strike so free. Jets of DCS, we're a machine. 56 Operations Group, living the dream.